really hope.
That would be awesome.
I got it, Nick. You want to go get it before we play the video?
No, we'll do the video and then I'll get a break since Trey's on. Even if the game starts. That way maybe England will get some wickets for your West Indies fans. So we are gonna look at this video. Thanks for the super chat once again. If you just type in Sachin's famous reply, it's on Robolinda 2. It'll pop up. It's the first one, 20 million views. Jeez Louise. This is 2 minutes and 47 seconds. So me and Gabe, we're going to check this out. Please watch it with us. I got the title that you need to Google, or not Google, that you need to type it on YouTube right here to watch it. So we're going to do a countdown. Gabe's going to give us that 5-second countdown when he's ready, when he feels like everyone else is ready. And we're going to check out this video. Sachin's famous reply. It's got Brett Lee. It's from Himanshu. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me know when you're ready, because I'm ready.
All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys about another 10 seconds or so before I start the countdown. All right. Everybody ready? In 3, 2, 1. Start this video. And let's check it out.
So there's a boundary there for Sachin, looks like.
Clark just a little bit wrong-footed. He looked as if he might have been going to his left a little bit. Normally, he's brilliant in those.
Now, because of the uniforms, we know that this is either ODI or IPL.
Well, it wouldn't be IPL because they got their national teams on.
ODI, right? Yeah, ODI.
But it could be like a T20 World Cup, maybe.
It's definitely not. White uniforms.
So they had that little eye exchange back and forth there. Let's see how Brett Lee responds. Ooh.
Great shot.
That's how Sachin responds with a 4.
Okay, yeah, hold this, cousin.
And Tendulkar has not moved an inch.
Now, you know somewhere here, Brett Lee's probably going to throw a bouncer, a nasty bouncer at him.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming. But you see that quick little eye exchange, they walk by each other, and Brett Lee kind of... I mean, these are two legends going after each other right now.
That was the full-blooded drive. Boy, didn't it race to
Ultimate chess match. Your skill versus my skill.
Well, sitting at home, make sure you get that onto your videotape. It's worth looking at forevermore.
Ooh. Yeah, it was a little high, but Sachin blocked it.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Yeah. He kind of shook his head a little bit. Like, okay.
Yeah, there was even a smile on his face. Like, I knew it was coming. You were going to throw a bouncer at me, cousin. I knew it. Because Brett Lee reminds me of Randy Johnson, the big unit. Just a massive human being, nasty, intimidates you.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Another one right to him.
Not backing down.
You don't think that's a little bit of accuracy there from Sachin? Right back at Brett Lee? You think that's on accident?
Looking to punish Lee at every opportunity.
This is what sports is still missing. Look at that crowd, Nick. Look at the fans.
Didn't miss
by much. Man, we're missing that big time.
Tendulkar didn't miss the middle of the bat either.
It didn't miss the middle of the bat either. Let's see what he's got for him on this last one.
Last ball.
Oh. Right at his leg, right at his shins.
Here, hold that, cousin.
Oh, he just tossed that real quick.
You think he's aiming for him?
Even that toss at the end looked like he was frustrated. That little toss back, like, okay, whatever. So that was, famous reply. I'm thinking like something dramatic. But again, this is Sachin. This is, in my opinion, this guy's got serious class. Right. Brett Lee's got class too, but Brett Lee, between the two of them, has way more fire, in my opinion. So I was expecting to see something dramatic, something explosive. But again, I could be way off, and they'll let me know. I could be way off, but it seemed like that was Sachin's way of saying, here's my reply. I'm going to hit it right back at you to keep you honest. I'm going to get that boundary, and I'm going to hopefully rattle your, whatever a little bit, kill two birds with one stone. How'd you see it, Gabe?
I think that in that exchange, Sachin won only because he didn't get himself out. A lot of times you get yourself out, but Brett Lee, who's a brand name here, okay? I think that was more important to survive that whole over, score on 4 balls of that over, than if he had gone out and hit a 6 and then immediately get himself out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that he was able to stand in there against a brand name so long and obviously put in work, that was impressive. So, I tell you what, some of these guys that we know about, we're talking about, Sachin and again, Brett Lee, some of these legends, man. It's so sad we didn't get to see them play in their youth. And I can only equate it to any baseball fan that's never seen some of the all-time greats play. I got to see Derek Jeter play. I saw live the play against the Oakland A's that made him famous when he dove into the stands. I remember that as a kid. I remember watching Randy Johnson destroy my Yankees. Okay, I think it was 13 or 14 strikeouts. A performance that even Yankee fans. When have you ever seen Yankee fans give an opposing player standing ovation, bro? You know what I'm saying? Abe, thank you, Abe. Abe's like, Nick, 5 to 7 minutes for lunch. I actually made myself a sandwich while Trey was holding down the fort with Nick, so I took a little long. But I'll hold down the fort while Nick goes and gets himself a bite to eat and stuff, and we'll keep chatting it up until the game comes back on. But
yeah, the last thing I want to say about that video before I peace out here is they're mentioning in the comment section that each of those deliveries, those bowls from Brett Lee were like 95 miles per hour. So he was throwing some extra sauce on there, some extra juice to make it even more, take this Sachin, and Sachin just shot it right back to him. That's a chess match right there. That's awesome. Game, set, match.
No doubt. Get that break in, brother. So I've just put up this comment from Stephen Brewster. I don't know if you guys know that expression. When we say somebody's a brand name, that means, listen, he's a great in the game. You're not just doing this against a bum. It's one thing to go out and, score on 4 of 6 balls in an over against a Joe Blow, a nobody. But when you do it against a brand name, that's a big deal. And when you're a brand name, people say your name and everybody in the sport knows your name. I don't care who you are. If you were a baseball fan, you knew who Derek Jeter was. You knew who Mike Trout. You know who Mike Trout is. You know who A-Rod is. You knew who Randy Johnson was. Mariano Rivera. All those names. Same thing. Brand names. When you're talking about brand names, I would say right now on England team, everybody knows Ben Stokes. I knew who Ben Stokes was before we ever saw our very first test match. Okay. Why? Because they gave him a lot of hype on the show, The Test. That's what a brand name is. Everybody knows who you are. And that is, in my opinion, Brett Lee was a brand name. Dell Steyn is the most athletic fast bowler. Yeah, Dell Steyn, again, that's a brand name. So when you perform against a brand name, it's even more impressive. You know what I mean, guys? Who else we got? What? Watch that straight drive on the second ball again. It's masterclass. Oh, it was really, really good. Varun, Gabe, it's not a name, it's a brand. Exactly. Elegant 4s are always better to watch than humongous 6s because hidden 4s require position and ability to find gaps between fielders. John Snow, very good point. And I'll give you an example. Watching the show The Test, right? There's Archer versus, and that's why at first I didn't like Archer. They kind of villainized him in that show. But Joffrey Archer, I should say, hits Steve Smith, snap dab in the arm. Then comes back and hits him in the head. Steve Smith has to goes out for concussion protocol. Comes back, he goes on a mini tear, right? Hits 2 or 3 balls. I think he hits like 1 or 2 6s in that exchange, and then immediately gets himself out. What good was that? I mean, yeah, you came back or whatever, but it's one of those situations where, hitting those 6s sometimes gets you out. In Test cricket specifically, your job is to be up there for as long as possible. And that's that's the difference. You know what I mean? So I agree. Hitting those fours, wearing down the opponent, being up there forever, that's more like Test cricket. Great job, Jon Snow.